let's get started. I myself am on my monthlies, so I'm going to go nice and easy and wake up my body and feel good in here. So let's lie on our backs, rolling down, nice and gentle. Spread your collarbones apart, nice and broad in the chest area. Let your palms fall by your side, open to the sky. You can spread your feet out wide on the side of the mat. And then splay your knees inside to touch. Give your lower back a bit of a rest. Start with some deep breathing. So just notice your tummy rising as you inhale. Filling up the lungs all the way to the bottom. And as you exhale, your tummy falls back down towards the floor. A few deep breaths in your own time. Maybe sigh if you wanted to release some extra air. Noises are okay. Got a bit of a deeper tone today, don't I, my voice? Hello. And then we'll curl our knees into our chest. Wrap the fingertips around each other behind them. And just make slight rocking circles, giving the lower back a massage. And then go the other way. Still breathing deeply and then exhaling completely. Spread your knees out wide, keeping the toes touching. Then we straighten out the legs as far as you can. You can have them higher towards the ceiling or further away from your face. Spread the feet out apart, wide legs, and then bring the knees back in, toes touch. So we'll do a few of those circles, warming up the abdomen muscles and the hip joints. So we straighten out the legs together in the middle, widen the legs, and bring them back together. Go backwards like a kick. Then rotate that movement, so come out wide legs, straight in the middle, bring them together and then pull the knees in. So wide, push them out, bring the feet together, pull the knees in towards the chest. Try to make it a smooth movement. You may feel a few clicks in your hip. Notice where there's resistance. So if you want a harder option, you can bring the feet down closer towards the floor, or easier is higher towards the sky. All right, let's rock side to side with the knees. Bring them in together again in the middle. And just tilting over to one side, catching it with the hand maybe, and then tilting over to the other side. Nice massage for the lower back. And then we'll rock forwards. So a few rocks. Or you can turn to the side and sit up. Otherwise, you're rocking up into a seated position, sliding your bum back and just crossing your ankles in front of you slightly. And then we'll roll forward. Mum's yawning, I'm going to yawn in a minute. It's contagious. Reach your hands forward and drop your head down, nice and gentle, over the top of your feet. Walk your hands back in towards you. Bring the feet a little closer this time. So pull them in towards your groin. Let your knees come down a little bit lower and straighten your back this time. Nice and tall for this one. And then try to bring your chest towards your toes or even in front of your toes. So you're pulling forward with your hands on your feet, if you like, keeping your spine nice and long to protect the lower back. Feel like you're creating space in the spine, stretching it nice and long, and then you're feeling that beautiful opening in the hips. Inhale here, and exhale, come out. Just lengthen the right leg in front, and then place the left leg over the top. Wrap your right arm around that left knee, and just give yourself a cuddle. And then twist your body slowly so your chest turns towards the left. You can use your left hand as a second spine to support the spine. Make it nice and straight. Feel the releasing in the bum area. And switching sides, lengthening the legs, shift side to side, give them a wriggle. So bending the right knee, bringing across the left knee. Hug in with your left arm. Stretch nice and long through the spine. Use that right hand as a second spine again for support. And then twist your chest to the right. Alrighty. Release your legs and turn over onto all fours. So, hands are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hippies. So tuck your toes under. Bring a little bit of heat in the body by lifting the knees just a little bit off the floor. Inhale here. And exhale, drop them down and round your spine. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Inhale again, neutral spine. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. And exhale, drop them down around the spine, chin to chest. One more. Tuck your toes, lift the knees, engage the abdomen, nice strong spine. Drop your knees down, round the back. And then a few cows as well. So inhale, reach the chest forward. Your knees are on the floor here. And one more, rounding the back, chin to chest. Inhale now, walk your feet your hands a little bit more forwards in front of your shoulders. Inhale, draw the hips up to the sky, so a bit of a longer downward dog. Coming forward into plank. So shift your shoulders over the top of your hands again. But you're on your toes this time, or you can come down on the knees, but instead of being in the tabletop position, your hips are forward, so you're a long plank from the knees to your head or your toes. Hold it here. And back to downward dog. Inhale, roll forward. Chest comes forward. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward one more time. Step your right foot through in between your hands. Drop your left foot to the knee, your left knee to the floor. Losing my words. Rising the hands up to the sky and drop your hips down towards the floor. Nice opening in the left side of the hip there. Reach back with your fingertips. Maybe gaze up to the sky here. And rain your fingertips down back to the floor. Step your right foot back. And downward dog. Lift your hips. Pressing into the hands evenly. Nice long spine. Pulling the hips away from your shoulders. Lengthening the spine. Bend the knees a little if you have to, and then start pushing your heels towards the floor. Inhale, rock forward into plank again. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll forward. Make a wave in the spine. Into plank. And exhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, come forward. Bring the left leg with you this time. Step through between the feet. Right knee comes down and we rise up into lunge. Yeah. So your hips can come forward. Your shoulders are back and down. Maybe gazing to the sky. So eyes turning up. Fingertips reaching back. And fingertips coming to the floor. Shift your left foot back to join the right knee again and just sit back on your heels. So we're going to tuck the toes and sit back on the heels. So this might be very intense for you if you have tight Achilles or feet. Draw the heels together as well. And come up. If it's too intense, you can stay on your fingertips. Otherwise, we're here. And breathe. Maybe tuck your pinky toe under. It's not cooperating. To have it in the fold as well. And then we'll bring our hands back down in front of us. Tap our feet, the tops of our feet on the floor, just to shake out the bottoms there. Roll back up into a halfway fold. So we're bending our knees here, protecting the back. Walk our feet a little bit wider than the mat and just fold over. So still slightly bent knees. Let your head drop towards the floor, ragdolling down. Awesome. So I'm quite wide with the feet here, about that distance. And walk your hands around to the right side. Give your right leg a hug. Maybe you can wrap your left fingertips around your right heel and stretch out the left side of that body. And walk around the opposite way. So your right fingertips wrap around your left heel. You can inhale as you feel that beautiful side opening up, lengthening. And relax again into the middle. Dropping your hips down all the way down to your yogi squat. And just shift side to side between your feet. Place your palms together, lifting up nice and tall, chest towards your palms. Pressing the knees out onto the elbows, but with the elbows pushing the knees out and pushing in with the knees. There's that tension there. Ooh. Maybe coming up on the toes and back down. Let's wrap our right hand back down towards the floor, plant it on the floor, and lift our left hand around the back, circling a really big circle. And see if you can tap the back of your right hip with your back of your hand. Maybe you want to try a bind, so you can wrap your right hand all the way around, flip it over, and touch fingers at the back. Maybe, maybe not. If it's rotating your shoulder a bit too much, just pull it back to where you were. Pull that right knee out. And let's place our left hand out to the side. Right hand rolls around all the way to the sky and all the way to the back. See if you can tap the left hip, this side, with your right fingertips. Show you. Ooh, flashing. Like this. And then if you want to wrap, touch. So here, take a big inhale, and exhale, release, and we'll sit back onto our bottoms, bring our feet out in front, and staff pose. So you may want to sit on a pillow or something here, or slightly bend the knees. You're going to bring the hands in right next to the hips here, lifting in the hips off the floor slightly, so placing the hands next to you, and then pushing into the floor, nice and strong in the shoulders, pushing your hips a little bit away from the floor. 3, 2, 1, and release. Now you may want to sit on that block that you got, lengthening the spine and folding forward. So literally walk your fingers nice and slow along those shins or the floor, or if you're at your toes, around the back of your feet. Alright, walk your feet. Shift your hips forward, feet flat on the floor, right onto our backs again. We're going to do a few bridge poses. So we're tucking the tailbone for this as we lift up the hips. Press through the heels and try not to splay your knees out. Keep the knees in the same line, about a fist distance apart as you do this, to keep the legs engaged properly. So inhale and rise up. Exhale, roll the spine back down. Tailbone touches. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, one vertebrae at a time, touches back down towards the floor. Oh yeah. Inhale, lifting the hips. And exhale, release. Let's bring our right foot over the top of our left leg and draw our left knee towards your chest. So it's figure 4 here. Just try not to shift your hips. Check in with your hips with your hands to see if they're level. If your left one may want to come forward. If you want help with the hands, you can weave them through to the left back of the knee. Pull it in. Oh yeah. Just waking up now. Release. Go to the other side. Hand weaves through if you like. Pulling that right knee in towards the chest, keeping the left foot flexed, and push the left knee away from your chest. And that's why you got to be careful your hips don't do the work. So keep your hips in the same place and just feel that tension between the knees and the hips. And release. Place both feet, soles together. And splay your knees out wide for me. We'll reach the hands above our heads, like a diamond shape. And then we'll start moving around, bringing the hands around to the bottom of the hips, joined together, and all the way around to the top of our head. So our hands are clasped, and we're rocking them around in a big circle down over the top of our hips and all the way above our head, giving the shoulders some joint movement. Again, try to notice any clicky or juttering spots that you may be a bit tense in. And focus on making it a nice, smooth movement. And rotate the other way. Oh yeah. Then we might try one big wheel if you're up for the challenge. So placing your feet again nice and close to your bum. Pressing into the heels, you're going to lift your hips. But first we place our hands next to our ears. So you've got your hands reached out in front of you, palms to the ceiling, and then our fingertips come towards our shoulders and the palms to the floor. Squeeze through the hands, pressing the floor away. Squeeze through the bum, lifting the hips, and then rise up into wheel. Keeping the knees in nice and tight. Opening up the front of the body. Try not to overarch the back and open the front as well. And to come back down, you tuck your chin in slightly. Rest your back of your head on the floor and roll your shoulders, your spine, and your tailbone back down. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. So warming up, hands come in front. Inhale. Exhale. Bring them down. Tuck your tailbone. Inhale. Lift. Exhale while you're in it. Big inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, come back down. Tucking the chin. Roll the spine down slowly. And then bring your knees into your chest. This is really important, just as a counter pose. Give the lower back a bit of a rest again. Oh, yeah. That's it for us today, ladies. Do any other pose that your body feels you need. Maybe a baby, happy baby. Maybe just an inversion of placing your butt on a pillow and resting your feet up high. I'll hang out here for a few minutes. Feels so good. Or if you've got a couch nearby you, another really restful pose is placing the feet on that couch, getting that 90-degree angle and resting here. So namaste. Thank you.